My brother and I and my sisters play GAA. My parents didn't play GAA, but again, yeah, it's part of, again, we're a small community as well, and it's a huge part of our community, so everybody plays, and kind of got into it then when I was young because of that, you know.
Who's the best player in your family then?
Oh, I don't know. We all have our own attributes. My brother's a real tall, strong kind of midfielder, like, you know. So we're very different, like. And then I just go into the full back line. I'm not allowed out past the 45.
You can't pass the ball and team.
Yeah.
What are your earliest memories of GAA?
I suppose my earliest, I used to live in Meath in Dunboyne actually until I was 12, 13, and there was a pitch out the back behind the church, kind of in the shops, and I just remember being there day in, day out, playing football. I think the people who mind our childminders after school, when we go home there, we'd stop off on the pitch and we'd kick around the ball as well. So yeah, that's my earliest memories, just playing out on that pitch all the time. We had a lot of league wins. We kind of went up through, since I started, we've gone up through each of the divisions and back down a bit as well. And a few big wins. Probably the win that stands out for a lot of people from my generation and with Westmeath would be at the time we beat Meath it was a semi-final, Leinster semi-final, but we were complete underdogs. I think we were down by 8 points at half time and came back to beat them, and that was a huge day. Like it was just that was a brilliant feeling. And then it was my first Leinster final as well, which was brilliant as well. So yeah, that one definitely stands out to me.
Who are your GAA heroes growing up?
I suppose in Westmeath, Desi Dolan and John Keane, two greats, like, and again, lucky enough when we were looking at them, you know, winning Leinsters and stuff, and then luckily enough then I got to play with them for a couple of years, and now the two of them are involved in our management team, and they're really sound lads. So it's funny just to see them on the TV when you're a kid, to progress to now they're on our management team and I'd be friendly with them, you know. So
I have Mikey Bambrick, who's playing fullback for us in a minute. He always seems to pick me up in house matches and training. So he's very sticky and always gets the hand in. So he's tenacious, which you need in a fullback. So yeah. I always find he's always the toughest to come up against in training. Yeah. What about yourself? Who was your toughest opponent with Westmeath?
I suppose John Heslin. I'd be good friends with Hess, and we get on the pitch, even in training sessions, and the two of us all of a sudden, we're not friends anymore. And we forget about it straight away afterwards, but we'd go hard at each other, like, and he's a very talented footballer, like, so he's very strong, tough, and extremely accurate, like, so yeah, he's a good challenge every time you go to mark him.
So Ken, do you do any visualisation or any wellness tips for anything?
I suppose I would, yeah. The week of a match, I try and spend a good bit of time thinking about just positive things during the game, like, and then responding positively to things like, if my man wins the ball, where do I stand? If the ball's coming down the right side and he's making a cut, where do I go? Kind of just placing myself on the pitch and where I should be all the time. I do a lot of that in the lead up to the game, but then I'd only do that maybe for a couple of minutes, 10 minutes the day before the game, or 10 minutes 2 days before the game, and then I just try and zone out completely from the game. I just try, because otherwise we just become a ball of nerves, so I just try and stay away from the game and stay away from kind of thinking about it too much, you know.
What do you do after games to recover? Do you do any kind of yoga or any?
Do I do any? No, not really, no. As I'm getting older, I suppose I have to stretch a bit more, and yeah, if I'm home in Westmeath, I would go to the lake the odd time, or if I'm up here sometimes I'd go to the sea. But other than that, it's just kind of a bit of stretching. Yeah, nothing too major.
Are you much of a fisherman, Kevin?
I'd fish a lot now, yeah, I would, yeah. But I don't catch too many. I know, again, that's something actually I would do a lot, especially in the lead up to a game. If I was at home, I'd just get out for the evening and just get a bit of peace, quiet, and go fishing. There's a few rivers and lakes near us. And my brother and I bought a little speedboat last year. We thought it'd be a great job. Bought it for a couple of €100, and I think we've put a couple of grand into it now, and it still hasn't got in the water. So I know I'd love to get that up and running, but yeah, that's kind of a strange pastime that I have on outside of football as well, that I do. Yeah.
Jeez, yeah, sounds like it'd be very relaxing and all then.
I know, it's good, yeah, and I think you're the barrow there.
We have the barrow there, yeah.
There's plenty of fish down there, I think.
Plenty of fish, yeah. So I may take you up on that now and get a fishing rod back out and get going at it.